While Nisha Katona solved to abandon her success career as a lawyer following 20 years to outdoor a small restaurant, her friends and household mind she was possessing a medium life meltdown. Nisha knew the go would go in risks as she would be giver up a so-pay job and had a hypothec to pay in. But she had length had a vision to be a vocational cook and it was start to offer her wakeful nights. So time she was yet work complete period in 2014, as a household and kid law lawyer in Liverpool, she solved to get the dive and outdoor Mowgli. The Liverpool small restaurant, that specializes in authoritative Hindu kitchen, rapidly took off and has grown up in a UK-wide circuit in turnover of £10 meter. Mowgli is a pet behalf I include for my 2 youthful girls that virtually tool wild kid, Nisha says of the behalf, that is no, as several human beings believe, related to the renowned wild volume nature. My daughters chose the logotype and the small restaurant was mentioned following them. The child of Indians who expatriate to Lancashire in the 1960s, Nisha was ever obsessive in Hindu kitchen and though utilized to schedule her holidays about hard new foods. She says she has undertaken culinary training session all about the planet, but never of vocational chefs, just household cooks and normally grandmothers. She start up Mowgli she gave culinary training session by herself, launch her own YouTube canal. And she did lot of marketplace study, for copy, permanent in the angle of small restaurant kitchens, at overnight to see how they managed. Nisha says Mowgli is on show how Indians eat at household and on the gateway, that is a distant scream of which you discover at conventional UK curry houses. She says her dishes, that are all relying on household recipes, are easy, crisp and sensitive, time possessing a contemporary twist. Which I wish is human beings to know how my grandma prepared. The is how we, as Indians, eat at household. We don't include a bulti or a bana, and we don't include non-breads and pop atoms. Her desire for Hindu kitchen has as well led her to compose 3 of her own cookbooks, Procurer My Reese, The Seasoning Wood and Mowgli Road Meal. I yet recall while I wrote my at first prepare volume. I'd never spelled a volume in my lifetime, so I mind how do I issue the. I looked in the Jamie Oliver prepare volume and googled several of the names in his acknowledgements. I was his broker and so I shipped her my suggestion, and during 10 protocol she wrote behind to me and told, can we encounter on Monday? And she signed me at. But in spite her successful, Nisha says start her at first small restaurant wasn't lightweight. As a other generation migrant residing in 1970s Britain, she had advanced a heavy leather previous on in lifetime, and she had been the at first woman Asiatic lawyer in Liverpool. But she was yet untrained for the pressures she floored as a female incoming the man-dominated small restaurant stage. As I was House Mowgli, at times I was met in contempt of friends and household as I threw by myself in the industry and had less than period to expend in my daughters. It affected me how if I were the man, or just the person, I wouldn't get the critique. And sadly, in the day and year, I yet must struggle my angle as a businesswoman. The reality down there were so few women part model in the production didn't assist, she says, as she would include favorite a female to include managed her or been a coach. Present the businessman rest 7 success Mowgli restaurants in cities such as Manchester, Birmingham and Oxford. This reality how Nisha has outdoor not 1 or 2 but 7 restaurants in the UK, in fare above 4 persons year, tool she is certainly making thing order, particularly in presence very competition meal production, says Mr. Yawar Khan, chief of the Asiatic Public Catering Federation. He as well says give her up her job and start a new career in her 40s took bravery and courage. Southward Asiatic female requirement more than part model love Nisha to promote them to begin restaurants and curry houses. Over the year Nisha reached else landmark while she done the New Year Honours listing and was decorated an MBE in acceptance of her services to the UK meal production. It fair thick felt love a bless. It was nearly as although we got king approval for my mom's doll, she says. It was the largest driving time and which it intended to my mom, who came to England 50 years ago in anything, is for speech.